Fiat Punto 90 and Audi 2.6e. Two very different cars with one thing in common. They both offer a wind in the hair experience.
Last year, over 17,500 convertibles were registered in Britain. A small figure when you consider 1.9 million vehicles were sold in all. Still, the market for this style of motoring is expanding.
I'm very fond of the Punto, but this particular model makes me feel, well, perhaps a little old. Its bold colours and lightweight feel conjure up an image of teenage girls cruising along the seafront in Marbella. Its interior is tastefully curved and spacious, the controls chunky and simple. Its handling is precise and featherweight.
The Audi is a more regal affair and a firm favourite with members of the royal family, Princess Diana for one. Though ironically the interior is more typically Germanic. This cold, hard dash definitely says businesswoman and not lady of leisure. The voltmeter, oil pressure and oil temperature gauges let you know this is the sports model. Even with power steering, the Audi feels much more hefty and solid than the Punto, but it's firm and precise as well. A quality motor.
Yo, just getting used to the radio. Its controls conveniently placed right here on the steering wheel. That's better. Music, of course, is an essential ingredient in the Cabrio experience, as are these. The Cabrio driver's no shrinking violet. His or her car is a stage to perform on. The act of looking cool. And if you see someone performing with blonde hair in a Cabrio, you know that's not their natural hair colour.
Well, that may be true of the Punto driver, but let me assure you, the Audi driver is an altogether different character. If Punto's moving stage is showing grease, then the Audi production is George Bernard Shaw. And in addition, our tans are real and our hair blonde.
Of course, it is Britain, so it could rain at any time. But how long does it take to get this top up and down? Well, the Punto's hood comes power operated as standard, and it's been tested through an open and closed cycle 10,000 times, which is the equivalent of putting it up and down 3 times a day for 10 years. Probably just about right in this climate. To operate the hood, the handbrake has to be applied first, a sensible safety measure. If it were to open accidentally on the motorway, it would stop acting like a hood and perform like a parachute. Very nasty. So let's see how long it takes. 3, 2, 1. Not bad, 16 seconds.
A power-operated hood for the Audi is going to cost you an extra £1,500, but for that you get an amazing piece of machinery. Like the Punto, the handbrake needs applying first, then you raise the hood by pressing this button, like so.
That's some mechanism, isn't it? Very impressive. But 27 seconds. So you'd be 11 seconds wetter in this one.
But there's no point putting the hood up if it leaks.
Well, apart from one big drip, it's kept most of it out. Pretty noisy though.
No leaks in here, that's just the rain. But what about wind noise? It's a bit noisier than a fixed head, especially when you get to around 60. Take a listen. Any quieter in the Punto?
Not really. Have a listen. Louder or quieter? Anyway, the Cabrio driver will just turn the stereo on. It's lovely, isn't it, with its curves and colour-coded bumpers? A bit like melted Italian ice cream. Strawberry in this case. It's designed by Giorgio Giugiaro, the maestro of radical car styling. The sills are reinforced to make the car rigid. And because it's made by Italians for Italian drivers, these windscreen pillars will withstand more than twice the weight of the car, should you somehow turn it over. So, no ugly roll bars.
The Audi has a very smooth look. The roof folds right back into the body, creating this sleek roadster design. Again, major reinforcement's been carried out under the body to compensate for lack of roof. Overall, the look is definitely classic and never gimmicky.
What have you got under the bonnet?
2.6 litres V6, 0 to 60 in 11.4, top speed 129. How about your little car?
Oh, well, of course, size isn't everything. 4 cylinders, 1.6, 0 to 62 in just a second less than the Audi, and it'll do 105 tops. But it's half the price, it's economical, and it's a lot of fun.